Hey friends, I'm Joe Barlow. Welcome to the JBM Daily Show. And this week, again, we're going to be talking about finding your life's purpose. A lot of people think, what is the meaning of life? But the real question is not what's the meaning of life, but what meaning are you putting into your life? And that's a better question. The other one, I think you can just throw that question away. What's the meaning of life? Forget that. What meaning are you putting into your life? What are you doing? What are you bringing out of yourself? God put a storehouse into each of us, and we have the job of bringing that up and out. So how are we doing that? Anyway, so I'm sitting here with my daughter, Sarah, and she's 28 years old, the first of our 7 children. She's our guinea pig, and she knows it, and that's okay. She's been very patient with her parents. Through all of our thick and thin, or sick and sin, however you want to put it. But Sarah, you have accomplished amazing things. I think we should just reiterate for this week's show just some of the accomplishments you've had so far. As a photographer, you've really been able to help a lot of people. Going on the mission field to India, you went with me to Costa Rica, and there's you went to the DR as well, and documenting things through photography. But you've also been published in Vogue and Self.
Yeah, Self 17.
17.
Yeah.
Whatever. Bunch of different stuff. And you shoot for a Hollister a lot.
Yeah.
Whatever. And so you are really, you're hitting it. You're getting there. But you told me a few moments ago before we started taping this that photography is not your life purpose. Mm-hmm. All right. Crack that baby open.
Well, I think the biggest thing for me is realizing that, again, what the difference between your vision is and what your life purpose is. And my life purpose is, I really believe, to help other people see who they truly are and to help them find their life purpose and get into that, or their vision and purpose and get into that too. And then through that is how I can accomplish that is through photography, but also I have so many other areas that I'm still gifted in and that I feel called to as well. So it's one of those things that photography is my vehicle to do that currently. And God has opened so many amazing doors in that area.
Yeah.
But if that for some reason were to just stop or whatever, I can still remain in my life's purpose. And so that's a big key, is that even if people haven't found the vision yet to accomplish their purpose, the first thing is finding that purpose,
So you were helping, so you've got photography, but you've also got doing the internships we talked about, and you've already had, over 100 interns?
I think it's about 100 now, yeah.
Okay, so you've already had over 100 interns. You also spend time helping people with their business plans to develop their businesses or their marketing efforts or their branding.
Yep.
And all of that.
Yeah.
So all of those things are the how you fulfill your life purpose, which is, how would you state your life purpose?
To help people accomplish their vision and purpose and see themselves really, essentially, then how God really does see them, and how God sees them is this full, complete package, and if they're not seeing themselves that way, they have to
they'll never experience it.
If they can't see
it, they'll never have it.
And the thing is that I think a big thing that's lacked in society these days is, parents to really, whether it's real parents or parents to really, show their children who they really are, and their value and their identity and all that different stuff, and help them even discover that, And so it's not even, sometimes it's telling them, sometimes it's saying, hey, you're so good at this, and then sometimes it's just even opening up doors for them and just so they can then see, And I think that's a big thing, and so that's what I feel like. Almost, it's even with those internships and stuff like that, I felt very much like a parent, where then it's they then surpassed me a lot of times. A lot of them have surpassed me, which is amazing.
That's my desire as a parent.
Yeah.
is that my kids go farther than I could go.
Yeah, and it's not ever something that was a jealousy thing. It was almost like, oh my gosh, like they didn't have to, I had to go through a lot more that those people didn't have to, because I was able to train past that, be like, hey, avoid all of this, just start right here where I'm at, up on my shoulders or whatever, and then you can go farther.
So I said, so there came a day when you had this desire rising up in your heart that you knew, listen, Mom and Dad, I need to move to Nashville. Mm-hmm. You wanted to go shoot the stars. It's like, okay. And we knew in our heart that it was God. But I said something to you when you pulled out of the driveway. So here's Sarah, packed up her car. She had it all, just really loaded. And she was ready to go. And she was pulling out of our driveway. And here was Nancy, just tears coming down. Here goes the first one going flying out of the nest. And but I said something to you, which was a line from
Spider-Man.
One of the Spider-Man movies.
Yep.
Where Spider-Man's what's her name?
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane. Okay, whatever her name is.
Yep.
They're about to kiss, and then all of a sudden he hears the sirens in the background, and he's like, "Up, gotta go." In other words, his calling is calling him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so she said to him, Go get him, Tiger.
Yep.
And so he jumps out the window and goes and rescues.
Well, before that, too, he hadn't had all the strength that he needed. He was, faltering and stuff like that. And so in that moment, he, was, pumped up, ready to go. And
he felt the strength by her empowering words.
Yep, yeah.
And so I said to you, the last thing I said to you when you pulled out the driveway is...
Go get him, Tiger.
Go get him, Tiger.
Yeah.
So on my 50th birthday, you called me to tell me, because you had just finished the Red Album shoot.
Yeah.
And it was such an awesome thing, because here I had spoken those words to you when you left home, Go get him, Tiger. You had a period of time that was kind of a dip.
Yeah.
It was difficult.
Right,
I remember
right when I moved to Nashville.
A lot of different conversations with you over the phone about those times. But then here you hit this peak, which was really awesome.
Yeah.
And I was really proud of you as a father. And I remember saying to you, you got him, Tiger.
Yep.
And that was very fulfilling for me as a father.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
But the words that I spoke there, we need those words in our life. Listen, that's one of the reasons we have this show, is so that you can get words like that, like go get 'em, Tiger. I believe there's people out there that need to hear those words. So listen, join us again tomorrow and all this week as we're talking with my daughter Sarah about how to find your life purpose. God bless you.